and we're go.
I used to copy just about everything Bob did. When we were young kids at Woodcliff Lake, he'd get on the trapeze and do something, hang by his knees, and after he was through, I'd get on the trapeze and do the same thing. And Bob was he liked to do things that aren't quite safe. So he'd climb trees, and he'd like to climb these saplings, and they'd swing them back and forth and back and forth. And of course, eventually it'd break, and Bob would come down too, and idiot me would follow his example. So it was always interesting what Bob was going to do next, and sometimes some of the things we did weren't good, like starting fires in the grass and then trying to put them out with a toy fire engine, and my mother having to come out with a broom and put it out for us. And almost burning down a cabin by lighting tents, little pup tents that we made out of paper on fire. And, we did things like that. And sometimes we did other things that I don't really want to talk about. I followed Bob. Whatever he did, I did. And Bob was smart. I mean, he was a genius, really. And what I liked is when he was older, I mean, he would sit and play the piano for hours on stuff he made up. I mean, he wasn't reading music or anything. He'd just make it up. And he'd songs, and sometimes he'd put words to them. And, I don't know if they were his words or somebody else's words, but I would like to listen to him because he was that good. And, he had some strange ideas when we were in Germany on the ammo depot, where we took crates, empty rifle crates, and he started it, I finished, I followed him, and we'd take this big, huge stock, I mean, I don't know how big the pile was, that was neatly stacked, and he'd take some out and restack them some to make a maze through the middle of this thing. I mean, it was really neat. And fortunately, nobody ever caught us. So, anyway, Bob always had some good and interesting ideas. In Germany, actually, he went to school in Nuremberg. It was the American high school. And if he got in trouble there, I didn't get in trouble. But I didn't really hear about it either. But Mom and Dad, Nen and Dad would have quiet conversations. So I would guess that Bob was in trouble. But then, as time went on, Bob got older, he started doing his own thing, and I did not get involved. And I hear a dog barking, and it's my phone.
Oh.
and so...
You already had your treat.
Maybe that's Bob barking. But he was virtually a genius. He could do all kinds of things, and sometimes he just misdirected his geniusness, and it was always interesting to find out what he would do. And I will not go into his problems as he became an adult, because he's not here to defend himself, but yeah, he also had problems as an adult, but he was still my brother, so I wouldn't follow him as an adult, but I enjoyed following him sometimes as a kid, even if I did get in trouble.
Very nice.